What can we learn from the Amish morning routine for a longer life? Good morning, or should I say, good early morning. Imagine waking up before the sun peaks over the horizon, the world still quiet except for the soft sounds of nature stirring. No buzzing alarms, no screens glowing in the dark. Just the natural rhythm of the day calling you to rise. This is how the Amish begin their days. And it's part of a lifestyle that's been linked to remarkable health and longevity. Today, we're diving into what we can learn from the Amish morning routine for a longer, healthier life. We'll explore their simple yet powerful habits, backed by research on their low rates of chronic diseases and extended lifespans. So, settle in with your coffee. Let's uncover these timeless secrets. First, a bit of background on the Amish community. The Amish are a group of traditional Christians known for their plain living, rejection of modern technology, and strong emphasis on family, faith, and hard work. They live primarily in rural areas across the U.S., like Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana, often in close-knit settlements. What's fascinating is their health profile. Studies show they have significantly lower obesity rates, around 4% compared to over 40% in the general American population, and reduced incidences of diseases like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. Amish men, in particular, tend to live longer than their non-Amish counterparts, with research attributing this to a combination of genetics, but mostly to their active, low-stress lifestyle. They don't rely on gyms or fad diets. Their longevity comes from daily routines rooted in simplicity and purpose. And it all starts with how they greet the dawn. Let's paint a picture of a typical Amish morning. It begins early, very early. Most Amish families rise between 4 and 5 a.m., often without an alarm clock. They wake naturally, attuned to the seasons and the light, going to bed around 8 or 9 p.m. the night before to ensure a full night's rest. This early schedule isn't just about getting more done. It's about syncing with your body's circadian rhythm. Research shows that aligning sleep and wake times with natural light cycles improves mood, metabolism, and overall health, reducing the risk of anxiety and sleep disorders that plague modern life. Once awake, the first moments are quiet and intentional. Many start with a moment of prayer or reading from the Bible, setting a purposeful tone for the day. There's no rush to check emails or scroll social media. The Amish have zero screen time, which means no blue light disrupting their melatonin or dopamine levels. Instead, they might sip a cup of coffee in the peaceful pre-dawn hours, enjoying the solitude before the household stirs. This quiet time fosters mindfulness, a practice that's been shown to lower stress hormones like cortisol, which can accelerate aging if chronically elevated. Next comes preparation and light activity. Women and older girls often head to the kitchen to start breakfast, while men and children dress quickly and tidy their rooms. But tidying isn't a chore. It's a habit of order that carries through the day. Then, the family moves outside for morning chores. This could mean feeding animals, milking cows, or tending the garden. Physical tasks that get the blood flowing right away. Picture stepping out into the crisp air, walking those first 100 steps or more to the barn, breathing in fresh oxygen while the sun rises. This early exposure to natural sunlight is crucial. It resets your internal clock, boosts vitamin D production, and enhances serotonin levels for better mental health. Breakfast follows around 6 or 7 a.m., and it's a hearty, nourishing affair. No processed cereals or drive-through grabs here. The Amish eat home-cooked meals made from scratch with farm-fresh ingredients. Think scrambled eggs from their own chickens, home-cured bacon, fresh fruits from the orchard, homemade bread slathered with butter or jam, and perhaps some oatmeal or yogurt. Their diet emphasizes whole, unprocessed foods. Seasonal vegetables, whole grains, fermented items like sauerkraut for gut health, and pasture-raised meats. They avoid soda, fast food, and excessive sugars, focusing on nutrient-dense options that provide sustained energy. Studies on Amish nutrition reveal higher intake of homegrown produce and supplements like garlic or echinacea, which correlate with lower inflammation and stronger immunity. By 7 or 8 a.m., the day is in full swing. Some family members head off to work, perhaps building barns or farming fields, while others tackle household tasks like baking bread or prepping meals for later. The key is starting productively. They often prepare things the night before, like setting out ingredients for bread to rise at dawn, ensuring a smooth, efficient morning without chaos. This routine isn't rigid. It adapts to the seasons, but it's always grounded in community. Families eat together, pray together, and support each other, building bonds that provide emotional resilience. Now, how does this morning routine translate to a longer life? Let's break it down. First, the early wake-up and sunlight exposure optimize circadian rhythms, which research links to better metabolic health and reduced risk of conditions like diabetes and heart disease, issues the Amish face at half the rate of the general population in some studies. Their physical activity from chores averages 14,000 to 18,000 steps a day for adults, far exceeding the recommended 10,000, which combats obesity and builds cardiovascular strength. This isn't intense gym workouts. It's functional movement integrated into life, which sustains muscle mass and bone density as they age, reducing frailty. The diet plays a huge role too. By starting the day with whole foods rich in vitamins, fiber, and probiotics, they support gut health, which influences everything from immunity to mood. Amish communities have lower rates of cancers like lung and colon, partly due to low tobacco use and high produce intake. And their farm exposure builds a diverse microbiome that protects against allergies and infections. Plus, the absence of screens means less mental clutter, no constant notifications spiking stress levels. Instead, that quiet prayer time promotes gratitude and purpose, which psychological studies associate with longer telomeres, the protective caps on DNA that shorten with age. Socially, the routine reinforces community ties. Multigenerational living means elders are involved and valued, reducing isolation, a major factor in premature aging. Amish longevity isn't just about living longer. It's about health span, the years lived in good health without chronic pain or disability. Their low-stress, active mornings set a foundation for resilience, with research showing they handle injuries and illnesses through natural remedies and strong social support, often recovering faster than expected. So, what can we modern folks learn and apply without joining an Amish community? Start small. Try waking up 30 minutes earlier to catch the sunrise. Ditch the alarm for a gentle light if needed, and spend those moments in reflection or journaling instead of your phone. Incorporate a short walk outside before breakfast. Even 10 minutes can reset your clock and boost your mood. Prepare your meals the night before for a stress-free start, and opt for whole foods like eggs, fruits, and oats over processed options. Build in productive habits like tidying your space or planning your day, to foster a sense of accomplishment early on. If you're feeling ambitious, reduce screen time in the mornings, maybe read a book or pray instead. And prioritize family. Share breakfast together if possible, turning it into a connective ritual. These tweaks can lower stress, increase activity, and improve nutrition, mimicking the Amish benefits. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about intentionality. Studies confirm that even partial adoption of such routines can extend health span by years. In closing, the Amish morning routine teaches us that longevity isn't found in pills or gadgets. It's in simplicity, movement, nourishment, and connection. By rising early, embracing nature, and starting with purpose, we can borrow from their blueprint for a vibrant, extended life. Thank you for joining me on this journey into Amish wisdom. If this inspired you, try one change tomorrow morning and see how it feels. Until next time, live simply and well.